Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I'll think There'll be an extra fee for that.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
There'll be an extra fee for that. There'll be an extra fee for that.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth,
I'll think about
and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I'll think about it. There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Think about it. There'll be an extra fee for that.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
There'll be an extra fee for that. Think about it.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
There'll be an extra fee for that. There'll be an extra fee for that.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
I'll think about it. There'll be an extra fee for that.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
I'll think about it. There'll be an extra fee for that. There'll be an extra fee for that.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
There'll be an extra fee for that. Think about it.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it. I'll think There'll be an extra fee for that.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I'll think about it. There'll be an extra fee for that.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
But none of them believed me.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
I'll think about it.
Rebooting.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I'll think about it.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are...
This reminds me of the kind of places Linny takes me to do street magic. With a parasol for comfort, and without Linny's constant chatter, I estimate my energy recharge rate will double. I'm gonna sit here and drink some tea for a while. Wanna join me? I remember how much sugar you take in yours.
The office desk is, in my estimation, one of humanity's most eminently practical inventions. When receiving strangers, the presence of a physical boundary always proves more effective than a verbal reminder at encouraging disagreeable persons to act with relative decorum. And so to me, the office desk is an item of great importance. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Meru, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of... Ah, it's you. I've been waiting for the owner to show up. One cannot simply walk around without first obtaining permission. The scenery here is pleasant. It makes one feel happy. But I've long developed the hot springs in Inazuma. Heat. That's quite understandable. Even long ago, I had heard that there are no natural hot springs in Inazuma either, and that their current facilities were imported and developed by their Treasury Department. The experience is not much different from that of an authentic, natural hot spring. Ah, it's you. Experiences of taste testing the renowned springs of the world? Ah, then you are missing out on a great many good things in life. Perhaps that can't be helped. Some things come naturally to certain people, but not to others. Did you know that bishops lose the ability to discover over the course of their evolution? After the window of opportunity closes, they won't ever be able to enjoy colorful paintings again. Oh, I just learn things like this out of personal interest. Two things I've learned from the story of bishops are: first, we must respect the differences between all species as well as all individuals within a species. And second, we mustn't squander the best years of our lives. How about you? Can you think of anything you should do when you are young and not wait until you are too old to begin to regret it? Ah, an excellent answer. It exceeds my expectations. If only people could actually do that, it would be wonderful. Failure to do so only floods the world with sorrow. Ah, I've been waiting for the... Of course. For example, my experiences of Ah, then you are... Perhaps that can't be helped. Did you know that Bishop, after the window of... Oh, I just learned that. Two things I've learned from... First, and second, how about you? Can you think of anything you should do when you are young and not wait until you are too old to begin to regret it? A good answer. But I think it's never too late to do that. I'm also planning to travel the world in the future, you know? Ah, it's you. I've been waiting for the owner to show up. If you mean what I would like to do right now, I think I would enjoy taking a nice walk. But if you're asking about the long term, then I would want all life to be able to live on in the original forms that are rightfully theirs. It's merely that, as of now, even existence in such a natural state must be fought for most fiercely. You are right. I am saying that more for myself to hear than anything else. If you too find yourself subject to grave injustice, yet bound by rules that are twisted and warped, you must be willing to step up and right those wrongs. If you cannot break free from the eggshell, the world is not but a prison where you are blinded and confined. Do not be afraid of bleak desolation and poverty outside the prison, and do not fret about your stable rations being cut off once the prison is destroyed. Outside that world, I will always be waiting for you. Ah, it's you. I've been waiting for the... Good night. Forget your troubles and enjoy a good night's rest.
Hello there. I was just thinking about finding a patch of grass to lie down if you don't need me for anything. I quite like the environment. The temperature and humidity are both near perfect. It's a very fitting place for a leisurely vacation. You really are quite something to possess such a cozy and comfortable haven, but still be willing to venture out into the unknown. You speak with conviction. I can tell those matters are extremely important to you. It's not a bad thing to be committed to a goal. It can prevent you from losing your way in life. But don't let your convictions control you and lead. As fortress is around newbies. But it seems like the weather is always the same. The keeper of this place is Teapot. When I first arrived, I'd actually mistaken her for one of those large Bill actually made a similar mistake when I was young. I once thought that melazines were the form of their plant. It wasn't until I read some books that I just how silly I was. You should know that according to laws and regulations, more people working in the fortress, I've never been interested in instigating crime. It's my hope that people will use more legitimate channels to find work in the Fortress of Mirapede. There's no need to cause headaches for the upstanding ladies and gentlemen of the Pele Mermonia. Hello there. I was just thinking about... Sure. Talking about the weather is usual. I see. So the keeper of this... When I first arrived, I'd actually Yeah. Speaking of which, it wasn't until... You should know that according to laws and regulations... I believe you owe me a big thank you then. Criminals that disrespect melazines usually get slapped with a pretty hefty sentence. Although it'd be great to have... It's my hope that people... Hello there. I was just thinking... I'd like to take a quick walk around here. Would you mind? Our combat abilities aside, I will definitely stay put if that's what you prefer. However, you've also gotten to know me a bit by now. It's true that I'm not accustomed to staying in an unfamiliar place for long. But this is your home. We don't have to worry about danger here, right? I'm curious, that's all. I just want to take a walk around this vast, miraculous place as if I were a tourist. Wait, really? So as long as you wish it, you can visit each of the 7 nations without ever having to step outside. Well, opportunities like that don't just come by every day. If you want something, you should try your best to fight for it. Wouldn't you agree? And I would be ever so grateful. Obviously, I'm also aware that there's no such thing as a free lunch. So, if you are ever in need of my help, don't let anything hold you back. Of course, with that said, I hope you won't be coming down because of a new sentence. Hello there. I was just thinking... I'd like to take a quick walk around here. Would you mind? That would have been true if we were elsewhere. Making sure my surroundings are safe is essential. But this is your home. We don't have to worry about danger here, right? I'm curious, that's all. I just want to... Wait, really? So as long as you wish it, you can visit each of the 7 nations without ever having to step outside. Well, if you want something, you should try... And obviously, I'm also... So, if you... Of course, Hello there. I was just thinking about... Good night. The daytime hours are always full of sound and fury, so I've developed a habit of saving work that requires more considered thinking for the evening. However, I'll pass on that while I'm here. Allow me to space out for a little longer.
Hello. It's nice and quiet here. Thank you for inviting me. Good night. It's fine if you can't fall asleep. Tomorrow will come regardless.
They say that a person's residence is an accurate reflection of their character, and I find it to be quite sensible. Now that I've seen your realm within for myself, yes, you indeed possess a most intriguing character. My way of living differs slightly from those of others, but please don't worry about it. I've brought everything that's important to me. After all, it's a doctor's responsibility to take care of themselves first and foremost. Just a few things for my personal use. I'm not in the best physical condition, and have to take my medicine as soon as something begins to flare up. That's why I carry a medicine box wherever I go. Apart from the medicine, there are also quite a few bottles and jars in my possession. They're heavy and take up a lot of space, so I didn't bring too many of them along. Thank you, but there really is a lot. You're the owner of this place, and I don't want to take excessive advantage of your hospitality.
Look at him, mincing his words and trying to be polite. Let me explain. If you ask me, a lot is a grave understatement. You wouldn't believe how many of those jars there are. It'd probably take more than one empty room for everything to fit. Think twice before you say yes.
Let me write up a list then. I'll ask Gwei to bring them over.
You seriously think he'll be able to carry everything on his own? Even if he got Chi-Chi to help, it'd still be impossible to bring them all in one go.
Perhaps I should take a trip back to the pharmacy to pack everything up, and have them delivered a few boxes at a time. sorry. I'm a bit of a hassle to deal with. They say that a person's now that I've seen... What topics might you be interested in? I don't want to bore you with abstruse pharmacology, and you probably don't need to listen to my suggestions on healthy living.
Weren't you rambling about your bottles and jars? I think they're good conversation material.
That's right. Apart from herbal decoctions, I sometimes also prescribe topical medications for my patients. Topical medication often comes in the form of ointments and tinctures. The ingredients are complex and require a precise mixing ratio, so making them is a rather complicated process. Of course, I wouldn't expect my patients to be experts in medicine, so I usually make everything myself. The pre-processed ingredients essential for making the medicine are all soaked inside the jars. On the subject, after some degree, all medicines have detrimental side effects on the body. The issue is not limited to a few specific ingredients. Even the mildest medicines have the potential to do more harm than good if they're not used with caution. You should refrain from taking medicine unless it's absolutely